I am back from watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I will genuinely say that I really enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, and probably you are as well if you're watching this video, trying to get as much information as you can from the movie. But yes, I am back from watching it, and today I'm going to be talking to you more about it. Non-spoiler, by the way, but I will be talking about some tiny bits that I will let you know ahead of time. So let's get into it. So, knowing that the movie, it, right, I love Five Nights at Freddy's, and I love this movie. This movie was filled for so many things, and I honestly do think that is probably one of the best horror movies I've ever watched, because I don't watch much. And, look, when it comes to horror movies, there's obviously better ones out there than this movie, because Five Nights at Freddy's was built off a lot of jump scares, and that's how the game kind of built up to its reputation. But when I look at it now, it kind of was built not off jump scares for once. Yes, this movie didn't have much jump scares. And I know that's gonna make you complain about it. That's gonna make you think, oh guys, that's not it. That's not actually, that's not scary. Why is it scary? It's not a good movie, it's not scary! What I'm trying to say is, look, during the movie, my heart, everything from the past of this game franchise, I love seeing these characters up on the big screen. And seeing them made me think so many things all at once. And many of those thoughts were like, lore, animatronic screen time. Look, if we're talking about character-wise, I think they got it on point. The casting was great. Josh Hutcherson, Matthew Lillard, they all played amazingly well, including the children somewhat. I thought the children would have messed up a couple times, but no, they played really well in this movie. And I do think that it is probably one thing that's keeping the movie going on. The script writing was perfect. Scott made such a great story. And I don't know why I'm even making this video, because I loved it personally. I loved the movie really much. I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. But I'm talking about more of an outside perspective of how, if you weren't a part of the Five Nights at Freddy's, community, how you would see the movie. And how you would probably see it is that this isn't a horror movie, it's just a thriller. And I will say there were some parts where it felt like it was cut. I did get most of my information from this from Moist Critical. I did watch the movie myself, and I did notice where he was coming from with it. And I will say a semi-spoiler. So here's a spoiler income. Just skip 10 seconds ahead. Or 30 seconds ahead if you want. But I will say there were some things cut. Because Moist Critical did make a good point on how Vanessa did go from saying that you should try and, enjoy your time around the animatronics and try and spend more time around them. But then second scene, she doesn't want them. She doesn't want Josh, Mike, Abby anywhere near them. That's one thing that did kind of confuse me as well, because I did watch the Moist Meter beforehand. So yeah, but back onto then, I will say the kills were amazing. Like, for a PG-13 movie, rated 15 over here in the UK, but for that type of movie, you wouldn't expect as much gore. Well, we did from Megan, but like, Megan was originally going to be rated R, but then got moved down. Like, this movie was unreal, and I genuinely enjoyed it for what it was. And you don't get much movies like this, and there was gore, there was plenty of stuff, and I think that's how you would know how the movie was enjoyable, because if you came into a movie theater expecting from a quote-unquote horror movie or a thriller, you expect blood, guts. I will say now, there's not much blood. And I know it's Five Nights at Freddy's, the lore is like all over the place, but there isn't much blood. And I'm saying it makes it sound more of a disapproval, but they're actually building more material off this than they are already. Because what I've seen from it was that they're taking what made the game so good, taking it more out of the movie so they can add more new things in, and it's actually working. Like, if you came up to me and you said, I did not like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. There's no jump scares. There was some, I guess, but like, it wasn't good. Yeah, here you are, sitting watching my video, and there is quite this, right, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from when it comes to it, because when you look at the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and you obviously this is after you watch it, obviously, but you'll see what I mean. Okay, you'll see what I mean. I'm kind of losing track here, but let's go more in characters. I think Josh Hutcherson did a really good job as Mike Schmidt, brought the character more to life as a security job, and I really do like both of Mike and Abby's connection, brother and sister, no parents. And that is something that you're not going to get in much, movies as like Five Nights at Freddy's, because it was built around the Afton family. And that is something that I do find quite concerning, but yet it still works. So that's one thing I did like about it. But there's one display I do want to talk about, and that is Matthew Lillard as Springtrap. Sorry. Spring Bonnie. Spring Bonnie was amazing. Honestly, I will say he didn't get much screen time. And I will say now, for what we got from him, honestly, it was worth all of it. Matthew Lillard put all of it in, from William Afton to... Right, okay, I'm going to say a semi-spoiler here. But he went from a man trying to give Mike Schmidt a job to the point where Mike finds out too much and then he has to come and finish the job. Yeah, Spring Bonnie was just a masterpiece. Honestly, such good casting. I think I knew Matthew Lillard would do such a good job as soon as I seen him. Like, you wouldn't expect it, would you? But that's kind of it. Well, obviously, there's some cameos. Obviously, Corey X Kenshin. There's other cameos, which I'm going to leave you to see when I upload my actual spoiler review, which is going to be a longer video, by the way. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. I am back after 2 months off the platform. I've made multiple videos and not uploaded them. So, yep, I'm going to see you later. I'm going to go record my spoiler review now. So, hope you stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.